let's talk about our motivations for why we do what we do online. So today I'm going to introduce you to a little concept from transactional analysis. And this concept is around something that we call a positive stroke. And a positive stroke is where we might give somebody a compliment, but that compliment can come in two forms. It can be conditional, which might be something along the lines of, oh, I love it when you help me clean the house, versus I love you, which is said to children in a way that makes them feel good. So we can have the unconditional, which is you're amazing. And that feels like a little warm fuzzy. It's so nice. And it's the best kind of stroke we can receive. And we might have the conditional, which is the I love it when you help me around the house. I think you're superb at football. And again, it can feel warm and fuzzy, but it has this little bit around it that says only when. Now, for those of us who don't receive lots and lots of warm fuzzies, we might get something called a cold prickly. And a cold prickly can also be conditional and unconditional. And these are the things that you might think of as being told off, or I don't like it when, or I don't like you. So I don't like you is the unconditional, and that gives us a feeling that's kind of cold and prickly and we really don't like what's happening. And the cold prickly that has a condition attached to it is I don't like it when you are rude. Okay? So in order to receive a warm fuzzy, we have to not be rude. Now, when we're online, we are getting lots of these warm fuzzies, cold pricklies. But here's something that happens online, and it's something that young children are very skilled at. And I'm just going to put my little disguise onto my cold prickly. And what we have is what we call a plastic like. Now, a genuine like that appears on a post that we make is nice and warm and fuzzy, but quite often we can detect this because if you look, it's not quite the same. Now, in the real world, you can detect these plastic likes a little bit more easier, okay, because they come with a tone of voice such as, I like it, I. But this online feels like a disguise, and this might be where you get a like on your post from somebody you know who is liking your post, even though they don't really like it. Distinguishing between warm fuzzies, cold pricklies, and the kind of plastic likes is the skill that we need to get used to. And the only way we can do this, really, is by being in those spaces and learning to detect when we have a true warm fuzzy, or when we have the plastic ones, or when it's a cold prickly. Now, this leaves us with the kind of issue about when is it this, when is it this, and when is it the disguised version. And that is down to you and the relationships you have with people online and how you get to know those people. What I can tell you is groomers say they're using this, but often they manipulate, they lie, they tell you the things you want to hear. And those groomers can be social media companies telling you that this is what you want to be looking at, social media companies who are providing you with the kinds of posts that you engage with. It could be a business that's trying to exploit you for money. It could be an online influencer in the health industry telling you that this is the next best thing since sliced bread. No, you can't have sliced bread because it's bad for you, along with all of the other things that you get told. And this can be the type of person who is grooming somebody for sex. favours. Pay attention to the plastic likes, because we can all recognise a cold prickly, and we're all pretty good at recognising a warm fuzzy. Beware the plastic like.